your voice, your vote tonight. We're live at the Republican National Convention in Cleveland. KRDO News Channel 13's Bart Bedsole there covering the convention.
We're also checking in with Eric Fink, who's been scouring social media to find out how people are reacting to the news from the convention.
Yeah, no shortage of drama at the opening night of the Republican National Convention, including an uprising by delegates from Colorado fighting to avoid casting their ballot for Donald Trump. That effort, though, died. The wounds from it, though, still remain.
KRDO News Channel 13's Bart Bedsole continues our coverage live from Cleveland tonight. And Bart, is there any new sense of unity tonight?
There is some. One delegate told me earlier today she will never vote for Donald Trump. Another told me that she is in what she describes as the transition process, but still needs to hear more from Trump before she's fully on board with the campaign. Now, as we reported Monday, it was a bitter dispute on the floor here yesterday between states that supported Ted Cruz and states that supported Donald Trump. Lots of chanting and yelling until a final vote was taken to essentially kill the rebellion on the floor of the arena here. We talked to the chairman of the Colorado Republican Party today. Steve House said he didn't know of any delegates not planning to return today, but quite a few still cast a ballot for Ted Cruz, even though it's impossible for Cruz to be nominated here.
There's a lot of delegates who believe that they made a commitment when they won to vote for Ted Cruz on the first ballot. Even though they're going to be unbound if he's not on the first ballot and they could do whatever they wanted, I believe that their constituents expect them to vote for Ted. I think there's others who are on the fence and believe that by voting for Donald Trump, they'll start to create the healing necessary and any unity that follows the primary. So it'll be a split of some kind.
It was Steve House who stood up a short time ago and read the delegate count for the state of Colorado. It was 32 for Cruz, 4 for Trump, and 2 abstentions. And there were some boos from this mainly pro-Trump crowd here in Cleveland, as Colorado, one of the states that primarily supported Ted Cruz. The theme tonight, after the delegates are all counted, by the way, we're a little more than halfway through that counting process here on the floor, with Donald Trump expected to easily reach the number that he needs to clinch the nomination. But after that, the focus shifts back to the platform, and tonight the focus is on the economy, a hot topic here in the state of Ohio, Cleveland in particular. More on that tonight at 6 o'clock. Right now, live in Cleveland, Bart Bedsole, KRDO News Channel 13.
All right, thanks, Bart. And controversies erupted all over social media with allegations Donald Trump's wife, Melania, plagiarized portions of last night's speech from First Lady Michelle Obama. KRDO News Channel 13's Eric Fink joins us live in studio with this part of our team coverage.
James, it's the end of Melania Trump's speech that's coming under scrutiny, with accusations that she lifted words right from Michelle Obama's convention speech 8 years ago. Now, the Trump campaign fiercely denies this, but that's not stopping voters from sounding off on Twitter. Night one in Cleveland wrapped with presumptive GOP nominee Donald Trump emerging to introduce wife Melania to a national audience. The final piece of her speech sounding almost identical to the one delivered by Michelle Obama in Denver in 2008.
You work hard for what you want in life.
That you work hard for what you want in life.
That your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do.
That your word is your bond, and you do what you say and keep your promise.
Journalist Jared Hill was the first to make the discovery, saying on Twitter, Melania must have liked Michelle Obama's 2008 convention speech, since she plagiarized it. Grey's Anatomy's Jesse Williams taking on Melania's words that she wrote the speech herself with as little help as possible, calling that an unnecessary, transparent lie. Trump saying on Twitter minutes after the speech, "It was truly an honor to introduce my wife Melania. Her speech and demeanor were absolutely incredible. Very proud."
This nation to know that the only limit to your achievement.
On the defensive, the Trump campaign released this statement, saying Melania's team of writers took notes on her life inspirations, and in some instances included fragments that reflected her own thinking. Now, Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort says there are no plans to fire any members of the campaign. He is taking a slightly different approach from RNC Chairman Reince Priebus, who said earlier today that he would probably fire the speechwriter. Live in the Newsplex tonight, Eric Fink, KRDO News Channel 13.
All right, thanks, Eric. And we will have continuing coverage of the Republican National Convention live from Cleveland on ABC World News Tonight with David Muir. That is right after KRDO News Channel 13 at 5 o'clock.